Hey guys, hope everybody's doing okay. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Today we're going to be doing a video here for the Oculus Quest 2 that I received as a Christmas gift from my wife. And we're going to be going through some mods and also the pros and cons to this all-in-one virtual reality headset, so stick around. Okay, so as you can see, there's been some heavy modding done on this headset. The strap that it came with, I just kind of discarded because it's not great. It does the job until you can get something better, is basically its main function. But it allows the headset to kind of sag in the front, and it becomes like pressure down on your nose and cheekbone area using the strap that it came with. So this has the strap going across the top of your head and around the back, and also has the plastic bowl shape that kind of cradles the back of your skull. It's got a knob in the back that you can tighten, and it loosens or tightens the pressure that it puts. It kind of pinches your head, for lack of a better word. It kind of holds it. Now this has to have an adapter, a 3D printed adapter here like I have. There's other solutions such as like zip tying and velcroing it onto the headset itself, but I opted for one of these 3D printed solutions here. Basically you just snap off the old strap. It just kind of clips on to the side with these little clips, and then you snap the adapter on, slide the Vive Deluxe audio strap headset into the adapter, and then slide the clips into place that hold it in from getting loose, from working itself loose. Now this strap was $100. It has built-in audio that kind of cups down over your ears, and it has like it's pretty much like omnidirectional. It slides back and forth, up and down, and it clamps down on your ears. So the different width sizes of heads, it can accommodate for that. And also the top strap is adjustable for the different dome kind of shapes of people's heads. Let's see. The second mod we can talk about is the Rebuff reality battery pack. It's specifically designed for virtual reality headsets in mind. It's got this sleek kind of design. It takes about 6 hours to charge, and it adds about 8 to 10 hours of gameplay onto what the Oculus would normally have, about 2 by itself. So that's a massive improvement. It also adds counterbalance to the headset and makes it much more comfortable, and it further helps with the problem of the front being too heavy. It kind of helps it even out a bit. As you can see, I've got mine set a little bit high on the skull instead of being all the way in the back, because to me that was more comfortable, and I came up with my own Velcro strap solution in the back, as you can see. But that it covers it as far as all the mods I've done. I really didn't have to buy anything except the strap, the Deluxe audio strap itself, and the adapter clips. Of course, the Rebuff reality battery pack. As far as cables and extras, I haven't had to buy any of that. It just the battery pack charges with the same cable that comes with the Oculus, so you can charge them separately or just get a USB Type-C cable that goes into USB 3.0, and you can charge it on a computer or anything that's got a USB 3.0 port. Okay, so the pros, in my opinion, for this headset, it's super comfortable with the DOS head strap and the Rebuff Reality battery mod. The counterbalance is perfect. I never really feel like the front is sagging or pushing down on my face, or adding any additional pressure. Um, and being new to VR, it was really impressive. The movements in the game are very accurate, and the games look really nice. They all play really smoothly, especially the ones that I play from Steam, running through my PC. I can kind of jack the graphics up to play on Steam and to your play the Steam games through your computer. It requires a Oculus Link cable, and I just got on Amazon and I got two of them for to make sure that at least one of them was good, because I think the name brand one is way overpriced for just being a simple cable. And so far, the ones I purchased from Amazon, I got a couple of 10-foot ones. They do perfectly fine. Now, it is something to note that when you plug it into your computer, you want to make sure that you plug it into a 3.0 port, because if you plug it into something less than that, you're going to have some stuttering in the game, some lag and whatnot, because it's not near as fast of a connection. The Deluxe audio strap is adjustable by twisting the knob on the back of the strap, and it's really comfortable. It's got this foam on the inside that is removable and washable, and it just feels like a cushion type of fit around your head. There's nothing like poking out or no like hard plastic pieces that you can feel. It's a very soft, comfortable fit. And the headphones on this is just totally, I've never seen anything like it as far as the diversity of how it can fit anybody. It's just a perfect design with how the speakers slide up and down, and it rotates and it snaps down, and the way it puts just this gentle kind of pressure on the speakers when you clamp it down on your ears. It's not something that's going to make your ears sore with like this crushing force or anything. It just kind of, you hear this click and it just kind of gently places it on your ear, and you really don't even miss having over the ear headphones because the audio quality is so good in these speakers. I haven't had any kind of like crackling or negative sounds that come from these speakers when things get too loud. The Rebuff Reality battery pack is a lithium ion battery pack, and it gives you about 8 to 10 hours of added playtime, although it's recommended to give it a break for 10 minutes every hour while charging to extend the battery life and to keep it from overheating. A tip also is to let your Oculus drain to 80% before you activate the charging, because it won't accept a charge until it's dropped to 80%. There's a safety feature in the headset that keeps it from being charged unless it drops down past about 80% mark, somewhere around there, and that's to let the battery last longer. I've found playing graphically intense games while charging with the battery pack will sometimes make the charge percentage stand still for hours, because the headset is basically using the same amount of power that it is receiving from the battery. But most titles while playing will still allow the battery percentage to climb. The controllers are kind of odd. They're comfortable and they require some getting used to if you've never played VR. The joysticks are a little smaller than what you'd be used to with like an Xbox controller style. Their battery life is excellent though. They lose about 10% for me for roughly 7 to 9 hours of gameplay. And they use 2 AA batteries in each, and they do not come with any kind of internal rechargeable batteries. The headset has this neat feature. It allows you to see your real world surroundings by tapping the side of the headset twice. It enables a pass-through. It's basically a grainy black and white video feed of what you're looking at. It's really handy if someone says your name and you need to just kind of look around to see what's going on for a second, or if the dog walks by or something, and you feel like you're bumping into something. It's really handy for that. Also, Oculus has a safety protocol called Guardian Boundary, and you basically choose the level of your floor with the controller, and you draw a shape around you of where it's safe to walk, and if you get close to that, the Guardian will show you that in game by having a grid pattern show up that you shouldn't walk past, or you're in danger of bumping into something. Okay, so the pros vastly outweigh the cons in my opinion, but some of the cons are that there is a Facebook profile required for this device, which is very odd. I'm sure that this has been covered on many other people's videos of this product, but it is a very screamingly obvious flaw to force people to have some kind of social media account to use for a device like this. It's kind of outrageous. Another con is that there's a 3-way slider adjustment for the ocular lenses, and it's not for everyone. It's basically saying that, well, if your eyes are not within this 3-click parameter, you're gonna see blurriness. And I've adjusted mine the best I can, and there are still blurry spots and areas around the border of the lenses, and around the screen is slightly blurry, and there's like a sweet spot towards the center, but it's very small, and then it begins to get kind of blurry towards the edges. A lot of people have returned this product because of this problem. My specific case, I have mine set on setting 3, and I feel like it needs to go a little wider than setting 3. But I will say that you can get the settings to quote get stuck between the actual 3 settings. There's 1, 2, and 3. You can kind of slide it and stop it in between these and achieve like a half setting if your eyes happen to land anywhere between those points. Also, for those of you that haven't had any VR experience at all, kind of expect the beginnings of motion sickness when you're playing certain games. My first experience with this was playing Boneworks because of the style of locomotion used in the game, and it just kind of feels like a little bit slidey, and that's another con too, is that the locomotion style in some of these games have adopted this warp style. You just kind of warp in these little like segments in front of you, and when you turn it just kind of warps like sideways. I don't really like that. I mean, I'm used to playing just like the average game where you walk and then you turn and it's all smooth, but I guess they're doing this to combat motion sickness. In some games you can turn this off, so it is like the traditional game where you walk and turn and everything is normal. But that's just a little nitpick for me, is that some of the locomotion settings in these games are kind of weird, that you just warp, kind of like you're warping like 4 to 6 feet at a time to get to your destination. It just, in some cases, it feels like those old point and click games when using that teleporting method. It's not really what I'm looking for in modern titles, but I kind of understand why they do it, you know, to combat motion sickness and things like that. Also, kind of expect your vision to have to adjust for a minute or so after you take the headset off. In my case, my balance has to kind of recenter for a moment when I remove the headset. This may not be the case for everybody, but for me, it's kind of hard to explain. When I've played for a couple hours or so and then I remove the headset, it's kind of like my eyes have to readjust to see, you know, reality, like depth perception and things kind of have to snap back into place. But other than that, that's really all the cons I have for this headset. As far as the blurriness, which is the main concern for this product, that could be smoothed or fixed with software, possibly some kind of software patch. I've read some forums and apparently they're trying to work something out with that right now. But even with people that have been able to adjust it the best they can, they have reported that there is still like a sweet spot, like towards the middle of the screen, and then the further it goes out, the more blurry it gets. Now, some people say they can't really keep that from happening with the lens shape that they've gone with, and there's really no software that can fix that, but I'm not too sure myself. Well guys, that pretty much wraps it up. I hope the video was helpful to someone, and I know I've really enjoyed this headset and plan on putting a lot more hours into it. Probably a few more videos that I'll be doing of this headset and VR content, so stick around and subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you next time.